Okay, again, I switched some things around. I switched the transitions around so they make a little bit more sense. And everything feels great. If you ask me about this, I got it from a friend. He worked for a construction site. I got a hold of it. It's probably illegal to have, but you know, there it is. This is my main bike. For those of you that have watched my recent bike check on this particular bike, you'll know that my Thunderbolt cranks here are actually right-hand drive. My drivetrain is on the left. So you're like, well, aren't your pedals going to unthread? You know, doesn't that make the pedals backwards? The cool thing about these pedals here, I can run these on whatever side I want with whatever crank set I want. You buy this pedal set for roughly 40 to 50 bucks. It's expensive for a pedal set, I know. But the technology you get, the long-lasting materials you get, just the overall quality you get on this pedal is far superior to any other plastic pedal I've used or researched. If you get these pedals initially, I recommend you take all the steel pins out and then wear through the plastic pins first and then replace them one by one as you accumulate wear on the pedal. Axle is lifetime warranty. Before I open this up and forget to mention that. So if you bend it, if you strip it out, if you break it in any way, they will send you a new one. And we're going to take this apart here and show you exactly how many parts you're working with and how simple it is to maintain. All we need is a 5mm Allen and, you know, okay. So I'm going to show you all the pieces individually and show you how beefy the hardware is. This is the main screw that holds everything together. They didn't cut corners on the hardware, and it's hardened steel. It's not like, you know, pot metal steel. Take the pedal off. That was a single bolt to take that pedal off. You didn't have to jam a screwdriver in there and dick around with it, whatever. It's just a single bolt, slides right off. That is a huge axle if you look at that. It's overkill, but in a good way. It just runs on these two plastic bushings, and they're a little bit different size. So you can pop this one out. So that's everything. That's the entire pedal, and then I can feel free to switch this around whatever orientation I want. But yeah, the O-ring is there to prevent the pedals from spinning when you're doing tricks or whatever, and your cranks are leveled out. You know, it's so they don't like just start to rotate on you and then you like primo on your pedals or something like that. So the O-ring has a function, and again, this is something you can find at any hardware store. It's like a plumbing O-ring. And the last piece is this little collar. You can see it's fitted. It mates perfectly with the hardware. If you notice there's actually a little hexagonal pattern. There's 6 sides, and that actually corresponds with the axle. So once this is locked in place, it's not going to be sliding around. It's not creating like friction elsewhere in the system. It's just a static piece. And then all the friction is placed on the two bushings, the two plastic bushings, which are super strong. I haven't broken one yet. Yeah, so that's the entire system. The pedal pins themselves, like I said, are just literally just a metric screw right there. And then it has like the little nut end that locks in the plastic mold right there. They're replaceable, super durable. Like I said, it's by no means a low profile pedal. It's thick, it's made to be grinded on and made to be super abused. These things are awesome. If you don't want to dick around with new crank sets and you're not wanting to experiment with different length cranks and you like the cranks you have, get some Eclat AK pedals and be done with it. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to ride it like this with just the axles. And it's kind of nice. You're literally not going to do anything serious here because I don't want to break both my ankles. I'm just going to give you my impressions of how they feel, and it's just for fun. Okay, so immediately it feels like riding on ball bearings. Like when you pedal forward, your foot is constantly moving forward because it's a cylinder, and basically when it makes contact with your foot, it's at a different point, you know, in its rotation. So your foot is actually constantly moving forward when you're pedaling forward. So you got to pedal backwards every once in a while to get your feet right. Zero grip. I'll try a little 180 or something. That's scary. Anyway, that was just for pointless fun. I just wanted to try that out because I wiped all the grease off it, and I'm going to start fresh. We'll talk more about the pedals here in a second. This is actually one of my favorite spots to sit down when I'm just kind of trying to think about what I want to do in here. It's actually really comfortable. going to put some grease on the bearing surfaces. They're not really bearings, they're bushings, but maybe I should just say bushing surfaces. I'm going to put the big bushing on first. Okay, that just slides on. Next you put on your smaller bushing. It just slides right in there. Put an O-ring on top of that. Put your collar thingy on here. And you twist this thing while pushing down, and you'll see that it recesses all the way past the pedal body. And then you just pop in your final bolt or screw, whatever you want to call it. Machine screw, bolt. Just give her a good tighten, and she's ready. Now you notice, see when I'm doing that, it just stops immediately, and I'm flicking it pretty hard. If I were just to tap it, barely moves. You know, sometimes when you tap pedals, you just like they give a good spin. We'll do this one in real time. I'm not going to make any cuts, just so you can get a good sense of how long this should actually take. Okay, give it a little bit of grease. Put on the big spacer and pedal body. Other smaller plastic bushing, O-ring. You can put the collar and the screw in on the same time, but you know, I was just showing that for demonstration purposes. And that's all there is to it. And I was still talking, so if I was focused on this and wanting to get this done, you know, quick, I could have gotten it done quicker. So there's not really much you can do wrong. I've accidentally put the O-ring on the wrong side, and I switched bushings around before, and it pretty much just works. Even if you put things in the wrong order, it's still going to work. The platform, it feels really good on your feet. It's not just like some thick-ass design that's just made to be burly and, you know, and just work for a long time. It actually is really comfortable too. They're the most comfortable pedals I've ever stepped on. And if you like to do tech tricks, it effectively raises your bottom bracket. So when your cranks are level, your feet are actually higher off the ground. So now we're just going to do a little bit of riding. That'll do. There it is. I guess I'm going to take that one. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I got a flat. Have a good day. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.